Hello, fellow cosplayers, and welcome back to my channel. So, in today's video, it is my favorite time of the year, and that is May. By May is my favorite time of the year. It's not because the weather gets nice, not because it's almost summertime, but it's because today us artists celebrate this one thing known as Mermaid. And if there is the one thing that I like turning myself into the most, it is mermaids. I love mermaids. They were one of my favorite mythical creature in the world. But instead of doing purple like we did last year for Mermaid, the concept for this year's Mermaid is going to be blue and white, which are two colors I love together. Really, I like any color with white except yellow. Actually, unless it's yellow polka dots, but that's besides the point. Yeah, so I'm going to just get into this video and we will be doing purple and white mermaid for this year instead. Before I get into this video, be sure to subscribe as well as hit the notification bell because I do 2 videos a week, Tuesday and Friday. I do everything from beauty, makeup, and get ready with me's, body painting, special effects. I also like to dabble into the paranormal and talk about some creepy stories and urban legends and true crime and all those shenanigans. And I'm also into cosplay. I do a lot of that work. You can also find me on my vlog channel called Winter's Vlogs. I am not as consistent on there as of late, but I am starting to get consistent on there very soon. You can also find me on my Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. All those links will be listed in the description below. And enough with the chit chat, let's get into the video. I just switched on a tube top because I'll be painting on some body painting, as well as that mermaids do not have tops on, hence why the tube top. So I've already have my makeup on from earlier in the day for Life Things, and normally I would just go and take it off, but I'm just gonna leave the foundation on because why need to put on more foundation when you have already stuff on? I think that's a lot more resourceful, and you don't have to waste product though. But I am gonna take off the eyeliner though, because we don't need that. Okay. I regret the decision of taking my eye makeup off with. Did kind of mess up on the concealer, but that's okay. I'll just have to apply more concealer. Okay, so now that that's done, as I said, I'm going to be going in with a little bit of more concealer. I'm going to be using, as always, the Urban Decay Stay Naked concealer. I'm going to just put that on my eye bags because mermaids do not have eye bags because they are beautiful creatures. And I am gonna just pat that out. This will also help and give a base for the eyes later. Okay, so now that that's done, I just realized this is a little bit too pale, so I'm just gonna add on. I know I said I'll be leaving the foundation, but sometimes you just think of something and you just regret it. I'm not gonna go for the traditional beauty guru method. I'm just gonna be covering up my bag, so I'm just gonna mix in my Fenty Beauty Pro Filter foundation in 180. And I'm just gonna be putting that on like that. Now that that's done, I'm going to be taking this shade for my NYX highlight and contour palette. And I almost hit pan. I'm almost about to hit pan on that. And I'm gonna just be setting my face with it because I normally don't like to use powder for my everyday use or I don't like to use a lot of powder because I just use a BB cream. Now that that's done, I'm going to be taking my Too Faced Enchanted Beauty palette from their Christmas collection in the shade Blue Christmas, and I am gonna now be using that to pat on the eyes. I don't want the eyes to be like super dramatic for this look. I just want it to be like, but I do want it to have like a bit of a glow, like shimmer. I want this mermaid to be very au naturel. I am then gonna be taking the shade, the navy purplish shade from the Violet Voss palette, and I'm just going to be putting that on eyes, kind of in the crease. The main focus for this look I'm using a lot of shimmers shade just to kind of give it that kind of natural-ish kind of look for this mermaid. I'm gonna take Blue Christmas again, and I'm going to be using that to just blend it in. Now that that's all done, I am going to be taking this metallic blue shade from the Morphe James Charles palette, and I will be then just patting that in the inner crease. And I'm just going to sweep that underneath the eye. Now that that's all on, I am going to be taking the blue shade from the Morphe James Charles palette, and I'm just ever so slightly gonna just dab it in the crease just a little bit, just to make it pop a little bit. Now that that's all done, I'm gonna just be taking this light bronze shade, just a tad, from my NYX highlight and contour palette, and I'll just be adding some bronzer on the face because mermaids are obviously out in the sun a lot. Now I'm going to be taking a mixture of my Krylon TV paint stick and the teal shade from the Flash palette, and that is going to be used to create the scales. However, oh, and I'm going to be wetting the sponge a little bit. However, I'm going to be going back in and using an old school method to create these damn scales. And I'm going to be using a fishnet. Something we haven't seen in a while. And by a while I mean in a month. I might have used this for my Pisces makeup look. So I might be lying to you all. Ooh. Yeah. I'm then just gonna tap some in on the damn forehead. Now that that's done, I'm gonna just be taking in the teal shade, and I'm gonna be using that and I'm gonna just be taking now I'm gonna be taking so yeah, I think maybe eyeshadow would be better for this. And then going to be taking some more of that cream paint concoction, and I'm gonna be doing that on my décolletage, like so. I'm sorry, I am laughing a little bit because I'm watching a movie in the back. I'm watching Borat in the background. And it's freaking... I hope you guys can't hear this, otherwise this video is gonna get rated R. Okay, now I'm gonna just take some, like, a tiny bit, okay, so this was the recipe. Instead of using a tiny bit of white, you use a lot of white and that in the ever so slightest. Now I'm going to be taking the blue from the Flash palette and I'm going to be stippling that on just again, like ever so slightly, but not a lot, just so I could keep the sheerness that I'm trying to achieve with this mermaid look. I am then going to be using the same shade and I'll be applying on a little bit of scales because I feel like this doesn't feel good enough to be called a mermaid. Like, don't get me wrong, it looks amazing, but I feel like it's not good enough to be called a mermaid. I am now going to be taking some scales up on the forehead. Yeah, after taking 5 ever for painting on these damn scales, it's time for the fun part. So I'm going to be taking the blue shade from the Morphe James Charles palette, this shade again, and I'm going to be highlighting the face now. This is one of my favorite parts of the entire look because I get to look shine. Highlight the cheekbone. On the cheekbones with the brush is not the best, so I guess it's best that I just highlight them collarbones on the, or décolletage bones. Now that that's done, I am going to be taking, no shocker, more scales, because too much scales is never a word in a mermaid look. Then I'm going to take some brown cream paint to make some more natural looking scales. Oh yeah, now this is looking really good. Scales really bring a look together. The one thing that you have is that you can never have too many scales when it comes to mermaids. Last step, I'm going to be taking my Lime Crime lipstick in the shade Pink Velvet, and I am just going to be tapping it in like so, and I'm also going to finish off with a little bit more shine on them lips. Yeah, so I guess that's it for this look, and all that's left is to pop on some mermaid accessories, and it's time for the outro. Yeah. I really like this take on a mermaid. It's very natural, not very extreme, and it was very easy to do. It really, I really like the way this mermaid turned out. It looked really, it's a very nice natural looking mermaid. It has a little bit of scales here and there, but I think it looks pretty good. It looks pretty freaking dope. Yeah, so like this video if you like mermaids. Your comment below at the rare chance you are a mermaid. As well as that, comment below any other tutorial ideas you would like to see from me so I can make sure you guys have a say in what I create, and so I'm not selfish. Comment below any type of mermaid you would like to see from me through this entire month. All the products used will be listed in the description below, and if you want to recreate any of my looks, be sure to tag me in them so I can see all of your work. And yeah, so I am gonna go swimming home with the fishes, or yeah, mermaid. Mermaid puns, okay, bye.